All right. We're loading up Blue Shift. Is going to be game number 1. We're on Blue Shift. Let me introduce you to our professional amateur players. In the top right, it is well known as one of the best non-professional meme lords. It is telling his race like a respectable random player. In the bottom left, Dr. Ryan is the opponent.
Just as I deserve.
I was gonna sub anyway, so here you go, Winter.
Looks like Winter gonna be building a barracks in his own base, a very non-standard build to kick things off. We're on Blue Shift, which is one of the less defensive maps. You don't have a ramp going up to your natural. You have to worry about things like blink all-ins. Just general play, like cyclones are much more threatening, and the attack distance isn't very good. So we'll have to see if Winter goes for an early expand, or maybe he's going to be opting for more of an aggressive play, but since he built a barracks in his main base, it's likely he's going to be going for the expand. Pretty early probe scout, just getting the lay of the land. Is there a barracks there? That's just all the conversation nowadays for Protoss and Protoss versus Terran. And it looks like it's going to be a Reaper expand. Send the SCV down. The probe will go home. Not going to try to hide from a Reaper. Chased down by the SCV, but it looks like the SCV going to be scouting. Oh, the turnaround. 2 probes off the line for Dr. Ryan. A bold play. But not bold enough. As he goes for the 1-gate expand. Maybe very worried. He's been hurt by bunkers in the past. But opting to just get a 1-gate expand. A wall off on the top of the ramp. A little bit different. Maybe a bit scared of those run-bys, stuff like that. But the second pylon on the low ground to be able to get shield batteries. To be able to have a warp-in location. Just the basics. Now, the Reaper going across the map. It looks like it's going to be a reactor right behind for Winter. He's not going to be opting to get a Marine or 2 out for protection. That's a little bit riskier, but he was able to get a full scout at the base. So he should be able to get away with it and not really be punished too early. Now, the Reaper gets in, going to be looking for tech, but since the gas from Dr. Ryan was slightly late, what that means, oh, we'll see. Pops the grenade in. Doesn't really hit it, but able to get out just in time. Very nice there. Losing that first Reaper can really screw you over, especially if when you go for the reactor early on. The Adept. Throwing shade, always active, chasing down that Reaper. There's no reason why not. Smart moves out of Dr. Ryan. But what will he follow it up with? You got the options, Robo, Twilight. It looks like it probably won't be a Stargate, but that option is always on the table. And the question is, will Winter scout it with his Reaper? That's something you got to be worried about the whole time. Oh, a couple of depths. But the robotics facility, he's able to get a look because it is, interestingly, right in the very front of everything. So very convenient there. It looked like he wasn't going to have the info, but was able to pick it up at the last second.
Go ahead. In the rear with SCV ready.
2 more racks to follow it up. Looks like it's going to be a bit of mine drop pressure out of Winter into a 3 racks follow-up. So, especially against a Robo build, which is most of the time more defensive, it has aggressive potential in the form of warp prisms. But overall, it's what you go for when you're not entirely confident. You can or want to be aggressive, and you want to make sure you have vision of what your opponent is doing. Starting to wall off the nap. Now, eventually, Adepts, charge lots getting by, always going to be a bit of a threat. And we're really looking for the engineering bay for upgrades here. Oh, 4 Adepts coming up.
Just keep passing us
A
by.
bold play.
Keep up the good work.
Ready for dust off.
And this actually kind of, well, it will prompt out a bunker from Winter. Still going to be sending out the Widow Mine Drop, it looks like. Not particularly afraid of a direct attack, but the threat's still there. A Liberator follow-up does make a lot of sense as well.
Life flight's here.
The medevac on the way back. The natural gonna be walled off.
Now what?
The adept's chasing it down. He doesn't need to use a recall at this point. Doesn't know what's in the medevac. But he definitely has his suspicions.
SCV ready.
It's Terran music, though. The best music. Alright, Winter coming in with the mine drop. Gonna boost it. Dropping the mines out. Burrowing right off the bat. The probe's not on the run quite yet. Big hits coming out. And the question, oh, massive probe hits. And still a mine survives. Only a single stalker there in order to be able to try to shoot down the medevac. Dropping out one mine, dropping out the second. The Liberator coming out as well, but the second mine. Oh, another big hit. Looks like he's going to try to get him out. Oh, it's a dicey game. And he gets shot down.
SCV ready.
It's like Dr. Ron not entirely confident in his position in this match. Winter going to follow up with a Liberator. Always a nice choice after doing that much damage. As long as you're confident defending at home. As long as you have siege tanks or bunkers, stuff like that. Otherwise, the Liberator might be needed for the inevitable counterattack.
SCV ready.
It's about to get heavy.
Winter with some idle SCVs. Macro slipping a bit, but that's something we're used to seeing from him. There's been rumors that maybe at some point he will get good, but those rumors were definitely unfounded, as we see evidenced here. But the Liberator able to do some damage. The attack at the front. Looks like the boys will have to be pulled. The Liberator's still doing a lot of damage. Winter positions it. The tank being targeted onto the Stalkers for max DPS. There is a Warp Prism behind. All Winter needs to do right now is hold. He's gunning down all the probes on the other side of the map. The attack trying to break through, but the tanks and the boys holding strong. And GG.
Good. Now I have your attention.
Go, go, go.
Good. Now I have your attention.
Coming through. Ready to roll out. This better be good.
Good. Now I have your attention.
You want a piece of me, boy?
GG.
Good. Now I have
Thank you,
your
J6.
attention.
For... is that 10?
Good.
Thank you for the gift
Now I
subs.
have your attention.
I just still enjoy. J6 gifting to the 7-fingered band. Keeling.